All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Graven Stone. Shalom to the elect pushing this word in truth and in sincerity, with the hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. These so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the Scriptures. So I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. The miracle drug is the precursor to the mark of the beast. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as it is written. So, with that being said, I want to jump straight into this lesson dealing with war is being prepared, and it's being done by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He's putting it into the hearts of the kings to harm themselves and prepare for war. So I'm going to run this clip so you can see what I go on, and Lars will just bring out some precept, and Lars will it is edifying.
I want to show you something now that I think is absolutely fascinating. This is the image of U.S. military exercises off the coast of China, and that's where they're taking place, right there. This is one of a bevy of military exercises that is taking place in that region that our military...
So, the thing is, they're not only there, so they are also in the Black Sea. But this is Esau's characteristic, as the scripture have said in in Habakkuk 2, verse 4, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Say, so far him left out of him jurisdiction, as they would have said, and reached the somebody backyard, yo. And the thing is, what him over there doing? And that is the thing. So let's read one more time. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And this is Esau Edom for you, man. Mainly those in America right now, because they are the hammer of the whole earth. So the elites use America to carry out their will upon the earth, yo. So let's listen.
Has conducted right there, as you can see, right there in China's backyard. It's been continual over the last year or so during both this administration and the previous administration. And don't think for 1 minute that it's gone unnoticed by Beijing. They call it a provocation and compare it to, well, the Chinese Navy all of a sudden showing up or conducting military exercises, say, off the coast of Puerto Rico. And now I want to show you an image of military exercises that are being conducted in the Black Sea. This one's off the coast of Russia. Those pictures right there. That's what those represent. And that, too, did not sit well. Russian analysts say it would be like the Russian Navy conducting military exercises all of a sudden one day off the Gulf of Mexico. So what are the Russian and Chinese doing about these military exercises, which they describe as an affront to their sovereignty? No, they're not sending their navies to conduct military exercises off of the coast of the United States. What they're doing instead may just be as eye-opening, though. These two countries, right, China, Russia, they're conducting historic joint military exercises where, for the first time ever, Russian and Chinese troops are sharing weapons with each other. Like, here's what we use, here's what you use. Hey, why don't we just share these weapons? And that means Russian troops are going to be using Chinese weapons. Is our foreign policy causing, or maybe better said, pushing these two countries, China and Russia, traditional enemies of the United States into each other's arms?
So this is Joel 3, verse 9. So this is the answer, yo. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. So right now, in the world which you live in, Russia and China would be considered as one of the mighty man them now, yo. Verse 10. Beat your plowshare into swords, and your pruning hook into spears. Let the weak say I am strong, like North Korea, which Donald Trump referred to him as the Rocket Man. But these are the times that we're in. That's why you see so much military activity that take place, yo. That's why you see military spending through the roof. Verse 11. Assemble yourself and come, all ye heathens, and gather yourself together round about. Hither, cast thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh. For there will I sit to judge all the heathens round about. And this is what the Lord I prepare for do, yo. So all them gather up and do all them military drills for judgment, yo. That's why we're supposed to, as it is written in, I want to get this Zephaniah. This is Zephaniah 3, I want to say verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So this is what the Lord I prepare for do, yo. But the thing is, why Russia and China go about this unity, yo? Because this is taking place over there in China's backyard. So I want to go on it so you can see the. Alright. So read it with me. US Army in Taiwan, Philippines, Vietnam, and Malaysia. So what do you think China and Russia are going to do? Just think about it, yo.
Approved just last year. That means the Chinese province of Taiwan. Let me show you where that is, and let's talk about what's going on in this region. First of all, Mr. Biden is informing Congress that he is sending Taiwan $750 million in military equipment. And that is on top of the $1.8 billion that the Trump administration approved just last year. That means, and let's change this around so you can see what we're talking about here. That means Taiwan military now possesses U.S. F-16 fighters, right? Fighter jets. They're also going to have M1A Abrams tanks, portable Stinger anti-aircraft missiles, MK-48 torpedoes. But the U.S. military expansion actually goes beyond Taiwan. It actually involves all the countries that surround this South China Sea that seems to be the buzzword these days. So let's look at it, hey? For example, the Philippines. Let's look at the Philippines. The United States just completed a deal to send them 12 brand new F-16s at $64 million apiece, as well as Harpoon missiles valued at $120 million apiece, Sidewinder missiles as well, valued at $42 million. I mean, we're just throwing a bunch of money at this area, right? To these countries all surrounding China. Let's go to Vietnam, a country we were once infamously at war with. They're now interested, and we're now interested in selling and buying weapons. And the U.S. is only too happy to oblige with, by the way, it was President Obama who was the first to clear the way for being able to get weapons, U.S. weapons, into Vietnam. Did you know? F-16s, and apparently they're interested in patrol boats as well with torpedoes. Let's keep going. This doesn't end here. Let's go to Malaysia. Look what's going on in Malaysia. a country that's willing to buy on credit or even barter with palm oil to acquire as many U.S. helicopter gunships as they can get, and the United States is only too happy to give it to them. By the way, they're also throwing in short-range missiles. So let's do this now. Let's broaden the whole thing. Look at that picture. Look at this. Take a look at this image. And you can see what China is kind of up against and why China up there looking at all this, right, might be feeling, I don't know, maybe a little provoked, surrounded, and maybe pushed to then build up its own military. So let's drill down on this here on the News with Rick Sanchez, where we pay close attention to global trends like this is the image of U.S. military exercises off the coast, its own presence in the South China Sea, which it says is crucial for global trade. And now Russia is joining in to provide maritime patrols. Beijing has repeatedly warned Washington that there will be consequences if it continues exercises in its, quote, backyard. Russia has similar concerns and complaints amid increased run-ins with the U.S. by air and water over the Baltic Sea and the Black Sea. Both sides accuse the other of violating rules of engagement. The U.S. says it's representing NATO, while Russia says, yes, but it's in our territory. This also comes weeks after the U.S. partnered with Ukraine for a set of military exercises in the Black Sea. The Biden administration has made no secret about the fact that Russia and China are its two main targets on the global stage, and they want
two main what? Let's get this, man. This is Matthew 24 verse 3. And as he sat upon the mount of the Olives, the disciple came unto him. His disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And the world, end of the world, there is talking about end of the age. Isn't it? A period of time, which is right now, yo. We're literally in the end of Esau's kingdom, man. It just not manifest fully before our eyes yet, yo. Esau literally falling. Well, let's continue. This is verse 6 to the point. And he shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that he be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And when you just take even a look right now, not even include these countries where them just make mention of, but look my Israel and Lebanon right now, they're going at it, which is just a small proxy war, yo. That's why the scripture says we're not supposed to be troubled, yo. We're supposed to watch and give warning. This is verse 7. For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdoms against kingdom, and there shall be famine, and pestilence, and earthquake in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And how much people can tell that they are in the beginning of sorrows there? It is written in 2 Ezra. Let me get to this. This is 2 Ezra 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. Talking about the rulers, yo. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And these are the things that we are telling you that is about to take place upon the earth, yo. We don't want to believe yes or no. The Lord have risen up men in these last days to declare these things. And from former time, as it is written in Jeremiah 28 verse 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And we're in the time in which these things are manifesting, yo. Because even Jeremiah the prophet prophesied about mystery Babylon the Great, yo. So hope this was edifying. With that, I want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Raka Kodash, Shalom.